Hey guys, Scott here from Red Rock Maintenance. So I'm just going to show you this in the video of us sanding this deck. Sorry my voice is a little bit off. I do have allergies right now. I'm pretty out of it. But anyways, this deck here, I actually booked the customer from last year to redo this deck for this summer. So we just got there this year to get it all sanded up and clean and stained. So this machine I'm using, it's called the Pivot Square Scrub. I ended up buying it this year. I was contemplating on buying it or not because I didn't have enough decks to justify the price of it. But I ended up buying it because I ended up getting lots more decks and it's been very handy. So I've got the sand screen I'm using on it. I usually use the sandpaper, but the guy told me on trying the sand screen, he says it lasts a lot longer, works better. So I decided to try it and it's been working really good. I did use 100 grit on this one. I probably should use an 80 grit just to sand it down a bit better, but this deck is in really rough shape. It was pretty moldy, has some stain on it still, and some of the boards just did not look very happy, but once we got them all sanded down and cleaned, they looked really good. The customer is not here right now. She's out west, but her daughter was up on the one weekend and was absolutely happy with it. So I'm quite proud of that. This deck, it did take a lot of work. So as you can see where the GoPros, all the handrails, we had to hand sand all that with an orbital sander. And there were a bunch of other spots we had to hand sand, which takes a lot longer. This deck, I think, took about a week or so to do. I think it was about 2 days of sanding, which is a lot of sanding to do. I really would have liked to have had my whole crew there and just got all done one day. But since I've got a second crew now, I've had them out doing lawns, and me and the two girls were out doing the deck here. And this deck actually gets full sun all day long, so it's very hot to work on. This was first thing in the morning, so it was a little bit cooler. But later on, I took my hoodie off and I think I had my shorts on later on just because it was so hot. You can see the lake in the background. It does get a little breezy there, which is nice most days. But yeah, this deck is amazing. And the stain we use is called Q-Tex. So the system we use is the Q-Tex system. So we cleaned it. Sorry, first we sanded it. We cleaned it. Then we put the stain on. Usually I do brighten it, but for this deck, I don't think I actually quoted them to do that. But yeah, this deck looks so good now after we finished it. So if you guys have any questions about deck cleaning and deck sanding or redoing your deck, don't be afraid to ask me in the comments. This is amazing deck now. It's been actually, I've been doing windows at this place for like 4 or 5 years. So I actually ended up just asking them last fall if they wanted their deck cleaned. So they were thinking about it, but they just didn't want to put all the money into it. But then once I gave them the quote, I guess they were happy with the price, so we got to go ahead and do it. Alright guys, if you haven't done so already, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. I hope you enjoy this. It's maybe I'll put it on a little fast speed so it's you can see it done a little bit faster. But later on in the video, I'll show you some of the cleaning and how we use the product. Hey guys, Guy from Red Rock Maintenance. So we are at this cottage this week. We are staining their deck. So we're just busy working on sanding their deck down right now. This deck out front here, I'm just gonna clean it. There's this little deck here, that deck there. So I'm going to use the Q-Tex system on this. So I'm going to do the Q-Tex quick clean, then the brightener, then the stain on this. The front deck, we've sanded it all down. We're going to put the brightener on it after we're done sanding it. But my guys are almost done sanding, so I want to get a start on this. So I'm going to show you how clean this gets using the Q-Tex system. All right, so first thing we have to do is wet down the deck before we put the quick clean on. So that's what we're doing right now. Alright, so there's two different methods to clean the deck. You can either use a power washer or you can use a square scrub, which I just bought this year. I'm going to wait to use the square scrub for the big deck out there. I'm going to use the power washer just for the small deck. I'm going to use the surface cleaner on it, which is about right here. So I'm just going to fill the pump sprayer up with the quick clean, and then we will spray that on. As you can see, this deck is really bad, so I want to get this one really clean for them. This deck must be extremely slippery when it's wet, because it's so moldy.
All right, so let that sit for a couple minutes, and we'll put the power washer on this and let's see how clean this gets.